Coach, you guys had a couple days to savor the sweep at Dakota Wesleyan, but you're back on the road today.
Yeah, this season's all about living on the road and figuring out how to play on the road. And so today is another test to us. We got to get on the road and head up to Aberdeen and play a really good Northern team who's middle of the conference right now. They're kind of hitting stride. They're kind of wrapping up conference in the next about 2.5 to 3 weeks, and so they're kind of right in the middle. So we get to see a good team, get to compete with them, and get to kind of see where we're at just right in the conference for next year.
Tell us a little bit about Northern. What are their strengths?
Northern is kind of a funny team because when you look at kind of where their stats are and even the teams that they've played, some of the upper teams, some of the teams that have been ranked in the conference or even been ranked in the nation, they've played them really tough. And then teams that they probably should on paper blow out, they've had to battle inning for inning and pitch for pitch. And so they're kind of up and down in that sense, but they're a very good offensive team. They're going to put the ball in play, and then they've got some speed that we've got to keep in check today. Elliott behind the plate is going to have to do a good job of making sure their runners stay on bases and they're not advancing on pass balls or stealing on us.
You guys had come back from Aberdeen tonight, and then you turn around and you play your first ever Division I opponent tomorrow at home in Omaha. What can you tell us about the Mavericks?
The Mavericks are another, they were a great Division II team, and they're going to be moving into that Division I rankings now into the Summit League here next year. They're tough. I mean, they're going to bring the bats, and they've got some pitching. And so we're going to have to really be on our best performances tomorrow to really be able to compete with them. I'm excited for it because playing good competition only makes you better. And so by being able to play UNO at home tomorrow and then again on Saturday at their place, we're really going to be able to test our kids and see where they're at, not only physically but mentally for these type of games, because UNO is going to bring some power with the bats, and they're coached very well. They're a very disciplined team that are going to execute everything that they need to.
What did you guys work on in practice to get the bats awakened and get them ready for 8 days and 5 games, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, that's correct. I would even say on Saturday our bats weren't as alive as I would want them. We left those 2 games after Dakota Wesleyan, after sweeping them, really trying to think as coaches, what is going wrong? What haven't we done? What haven't we helped the girls with? And some of that is just, it comes back to how we practice. When we have to go out to Harmadon and practice, we don't get as many reps in as we could hitting-wise because we have to shake balls, we set up nets. It's just not a very productive thing. So yesterday for practice, we went back to our hitting facility over at Legends and really spent a good 1.5 to 2 hours just working on the fundamentals, getting our swings back into check, and really getting through the ball. A lot of our contact that we saw even on Friday against Northwestern and again with Dakota Wesleyan was we were getting the contact, but we weren't finishing our swings off. And so we really focused on that yesterday. We saw a really great improvement yesterday just in the cages and kids seeing the ball and the power that was coming from the bats. And so I'm excited to see where that goes today. I really hope that our bats come alive against Northern, and that's only going to push us forward into UNO and then Morningside on Sunday.
As for the injury update, you gain one in the infield and you lose one.
We do. Our freshman second baseman, Shelby Stewart, went down in practice last week with a rolled ankle. She's coming back better than what we expected and a lot faster. She should probably be back with us possibly Saturday, if not for sure next week when we head off to Missouri in the weekend. So she went down, but Janny Brilla came back to us and kind of has filled that void right now for us at second base.
It had to mean a lot for the team to finally get a couple home games this weekend, and it was in front of a really good crowd. That's got to boost their confidence and get them ready for a long week ahead.
Absolutely. I think living on the road is tough because even though we have a great fan base of parents that come out and support us every road game, it's fun to get home and play on your own turf, play on your own field. And so it was good for the girls to get to do that. The other exciting thing was the work that the girls did in January with all our camps. I know there was a couple teams out there that brought their kids to watch the girls play, and so that's even fun for the girls to get to see all the hard work that they did back in January. Then those little girls come out and watch the girls play is even a better support for them. So it was fun to be home, but now we're back on the road. We'll be home tomorrow, and then we finish our home stretch with Dakota State at the end of April.
Sounds good. Good luck, Coach.
Hey, thank you.